One of the most common misconceptions that I see and hear when it comes to being more mindful is that people think they need to do it in a very specific, almost mythical type of way. So they need to have mentally prepared themselves for the entire day. They need to make sure that they've had their morning smoothie, and they definitely have to have gone on their 3-mile run. And then when it comes time to finally practice being more mindful, they need to be in a serene setting where they can sit down, they can close their eyes, and they can finally start to meditate. But the truth is, when it comes to practicing being more mindful, you can and you should do it throughout your regular day. Because practicing becoming more mindful simply means teaching yourself to become rooted in the present moment. Now, that might sound a little bit esoteric. When someone says become rooted in the present moment, people think, I don't really know what he's talking about. It doesn't make a lot of sense, so I'm not going to pay attention to it and I'm not going to practice it. All becoming rooted in the present moment means is deciding where to direct your focus, to only be concentrating on what it is you are doing in the here and the now. So you could be driving your car. Simply turn the radio off and just concentrate on driving. When you feel your mind starting to wander, just bring your attention back to driving the car. When you're studying, if you find yourself picking up your phone, or if you find your mind starting to wander, or you start gazing around the room, just redirect your focus back to what it is that you are doing. That is becoming more mindful. That is bringing your attention back to the present moment. Now, it's very, very difficult to do at first because we're used to being dragged around. Our attention is grabbed by lots of different things, social media, advertising, everything that's going on around the room. We're not very good at living in the present moment. But the more you practice, the easier it becomes. And why is it so important? Well, just think about it. When you sit down to do something, when you decide that you want to do something, but your mind doesn't allow you to focus on it, then who is really in control of you and your mind? If you're making a decision on what you want to do, but you start thinking about things in your past, you start daydreaming about your future, or your mind starts to wander into random thoughts, then who or what is really in control? So for me, teaching myself to become more mindful is teaching myself to take more control of my own mind, of my experience of life. And as I've said, you can practice mindfulness throughout the day. It doesn't need to be sitting down and meditating. You just redirect your focus back to whatever it is you are doing in the here and the now. And you do it repeatedly, over and over again. And over time, what you will find is that there is an extension of the period between when you're focusing on something and when your attention starts to wander, because you are teaching yourself to become more mindful.